Good afternoon now. We can start now. Hi all, Upcodo team is back with another exciting webinar, this time with UCW, University of Canada West. Thank you for all your continued support in participating in all our institution-specific webinars. My name is Praveen Kishore, and I'm the Manager Recruitment Support for Upcodo. I'm using an external camcorder, so I'll watch my screen and talk. Sorry for that, please. We know that you are eager to grow your business by finding out the latest information in international education sector and recruiting students for the upcoming semesters. So before I begin, I want to remind participants of a few things. The Q&A room is open, but you can submit your questions via the Q&A button you will see on the screen. Your questions will be answered by the presenters very soon. I would request you to wait for the answers because you might find the answers for questions from the presentation itself. On the top of that, there is a link in your chat box that you can use to complete your information, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, we have the presenter from UCW, Mr. Pranav, who is the Business Development Manager at the UCW. He is based in India and taking care of entire India region. Welcome, Mr. Pranav.
Hi, thank you so much, Praveen.
Yeah. So now allow me to introduce MSM Unify. As you all know, MSM Unify is an international education market, in fact, the largest of its kind, that empowers educational institutions, agents, students. Our objective is to unify those involved in student recruitment and enable each of you here to collaborate online to diversify your students and reach out to curious learners around the world. Our objectives for partners agent like you are to facilitate, accelerate, and rationalize student recruitment. It is a sustainable and cost-effective approach for institutions that wish to commercialize, recruit, and admit students in such a challenging and competitive environment. For agents, this is an excellent opportunity to expand your institutional partnerships and offer thousands of different programs and services to your students. I'm happy to share that this extensive AI-powered platform also assists in the full international student journey through thousands of programs and courses, study guides, a discussion forum, and other extensive tools and resources for international students. We are glad to offer them for free to your students to help them realize their dreams of studying abroad. And Upcodo could make that dream come true. Upcodo is an MSM Unify's dedicated recruitment network that offers certified agents, complete applications, and global reach to our partner institutions. Thanks to Upcodo, we are working to solve common problems facing higher education institutions at different stages of the international recruitment funnel. With well-vetted Upcodo, agents, institutions have access to a variety of student pools around the world. I will give you an overview of Upcodo. We are active in 72 source countries. At present, we work with institutions in 30 destinations. With coverage across 6 continents, around 530 institutional partners, and a fantastic technical platform with 40,000 plus programs. MSM Unify and Upcodo are product offerings from M Square Media, a world-class platform supporting international education, providing business development and marketing services to institutions of various sizes and types. We have presence in at least 26 countries and literally give you a world of recruitment opportunities. Should you wish to know more about how you work with us, please complete the form that we will send to you a chat box, and representative from Upcodo will contact you shortly. I will not interrupt you again because the UCW team is eager to meet with you and it's ready to make an incredible presentation. Over to the team, Mr. Pranav. Please carry on.
Sure. Thank you so much, Praveen, for this. And hello, everyone. Very good afternoon. I'm Pranav Pandey from University Canada West, a Business Development Manager for India region. And I know you are excited to know more about the updates on the university programs and applications and procedures, and of course scholarships, and what are the other source of requirements that you're looking for. So University Canada West, as you all know, it's a 2000 initiated or started in 2004. So it's been 18 years and counting on. So it's an amazing experience of 18 years we have seen, and the challenges and the roadblocks that we have passed, and came up with the ultimate achievement, and we last year added one more campus, which is having a 3,400 student capacity. And right now we are 5,500 student capacity. And that's talk about the, popularity in the market. And especially when it comes to India, it's more of the all category of students wants to go for the MBA, and masters. So it's a very beautiful and popular destination and popular institution, University Canada West. So University Canada West, this is a brand new campus with the name Vancouver House. If you can see, the tallest building is a residential one, but in between these bridges, you can see the triangular structure, where in the center part, we have a 90,000 square foot area, the new campus, which is very near to our old one on the Panda Street, right? So as when I was talking about my campus, of course, we are based in Vancouver, downtown location, heart of the city center. We have two campuses, right? Okay. When we started in just like one heritage building with a 2,100 student capacity, and now we added to one more. So if we talk about the Vancouver as a city, it's surrounded with the beautiful nature, and it is famous for its cultural diversity. So yes, everyone knows about it, and it's a business hub of Canada. So many multinational companies' head offices are situated here, and it is one of the most emerging industrial revolution we can find over here in Vancouver. So a lot of immigrants are there, and a lot of job opportunities are there for the students, be it part-time and full-time, right? So when it comes to Canada, yes, a couple of months back, we got the award for the best country in the world. That is in last year, it was on second, rank. And this year it was on first and top of every other country. So it's a amazing and beautiful city surrounded with the mountains and beaches. Then riversides are there. So it's a very soothing environment you'll find in Vancouver. And of course, in North America, for the high tech jobs, Vancouver ranked first right now. So there are a lot of industries like IT, banking, insurance, finance, productions, and educations are stepping towards their advancement. And for the most sustainable cities in the world, of course, Vancouver ranked third and in top 10, right? So I was talking about, this is our old campus, West Panda Street, a 6th floor building. And a student for the UG and PG program, both will be having access to both the campuses, because the few classes will be in the old and a few classes will be in the, student can conduct in the new campus. So this is how our old campus looks like, and this is our new campus. As I was talking about, this is a brand new building we started, and this fall 2021, on-campus classes started in this Vancouver House campus. So it's a very beautiful 90,000 square feet area campus, fully glass building, 4th floor, 9, and having a capacity of 3,400 students. So altogether, we are now 5,500 students, and it's going epic this year, definitely. And we have very big, big goals to achieve for this year. And yes, we are all set for this. And of course, MSM and you all are putting all your efforts to support the UCW and the students, especially those who are looking for the University Canada West. So UCW, this Vancouver House is recognized as a best project in of the architecture and award-winning building of 2020. So this is how it looks. And right now we have 4,000 plus students studying in 90 plus countries in these two campuses. This is also, you can see the popularity of University Canada West, and the fact that we have more women student, like 54% and 46% are the men. Every institutions, the pillars are their accreditations and affiliations that they have got in the due course of time. And we have, since like more than like 2000, like 18 years, we have gathered many accreditations like British Columbia EQA, BCCAT, that is for the British Columbia Council on Admissions and Transfer. For the credit transfer thing, we have more than 2,000 options available. EduCanada, Language Canada, then we have Canadian Bureau for International Education's affiliation. Then we have American Marketing Association, AACSB Business Education Alliance, which allows us to get updated with the courses that are being served in other institutions, so that our students should be competent enough. NCMA, that is the National Certification for Management Accreditation. That is again a very important accreditation that we have gathered recently, and ACBSP, that is Accreditation Council for Business School and Program. This affiliation only 2% institutions are having across the globe, and we are one of them. For MBA and in undergrad, we have a BCom program, which is ACBSP, worldwide recognized affiliated programs, right? Yes, we are our business courses are we are more into the business courses definitely, and are powered by the latest technology of AWS, Facebook Blueprint, Trailhead, Shopify, DMI, that is Digital Marketing Institute, Ripon, Tableau, IBM. That helps students along with the management skills. They can learn about the technological upgradations as well, because it is the now internal part of the system working. You must be knowing that we have a 4 intakes around the year: January, April, July, and October. Right now, January is closed for 2022, but yes, definitely we have open for the April and July intake, and soon we'll open for the October as well. So, of course, you can submit the application for these intakes. And just today, we got one more update from our management that application fees was waived off till 30th of November 2021. But now we have extended this application fee waiver of $150 to next year. So till next year, 31st of December 2022, no application will be required for the student applying for 2022 intake, right? Only 2022. Of course, for 2023, we definitely come back to you later on. So that's an amazing news. So student is saving on pocket their 9,000 rupees for getting the offer letter. Yes, everyone knows that DLI listing is must. That is the designated learning institution list, and we are in that list. Of course, you can check out on IRCC website as well, and on Google. Definitely these listing, and of course DLI number is listed on our website as well. Of course, when we started in last year with the online classes, July 2020 onwards, and we are ending up this online blended option in this December 2021. So refund was guaranteed. So we just added those things and without affecting the postgraduate work permit. But from January 2022, we are going only on campus, right? So those who are having a valid visa, definitely they can travel and have on campus classes. No blended option will be there from January 2022 onwards. Why University Canada West you should promote? Why MBA? Why our undergrad programs you should promote? So we are of course, we are best online university in top 6. We are in the top 10. That is ranked 6th in Canada, providing the blended option. And we have like earlier, we have a flexible intakes, like on campus plus blended options student can choose. And the best part about it is we are in downtown location, heart of the city center. We have 2 campuses with a very huge number, that is 5,500. And yes, we have 100% placement record for the MBA student within 6 months of their graduation. And you definitely have the experienced faculties with the 5 to 40 plus years of work experience in the same field, and more than 75% faculties are PhD holders. So we have faculties from across the globe, and our teaching techniques are very practical approached one than the theoretical. And our classroom size is just 25 students in one class, so that individual attention should be there, and student can easily connect with the professors, right? We're more career focused. We have a 88% overall placement record till now, and transfer credit system, more than 2,000 options are available for the Associate of Arts degree program. They can go for the transfer of credits. And of course, we have a multicultural environment because we have students from 90 plus nationalities. So students have more exposure towards, the diversified culture and practices they can learn from University Canada West. We do invite industry professionals around the year to, connect with the students and interact with them and provide a lifetime experience. And of course, we also help for the opportunity of networking with them for the future job perspective. So this is all the basic thing. Apart from that, yes, we do have a part-time work opportunities for the students, and after completion of 2-year or 4-year programs, 3 years of post-study work right is available for them. And moreover, if I talk about, we have scholarships, definitely I'll talk about these scholarships in my later slide. And as I said, we are powered by the latest technology and very practical approach to teaching techniques that actually have a popularity amongst the student that they want to choose University Canada West over the other institutions. So let's talk about our most popular program in graduate programs, that is MBA, which is Masters in Business Administration. It is a 2-year master's degree program, right? And which is ACBSP affiliated and very renowned and costing around 36,840 Canadian dollar. It's slightly increased in the tuition fees this year, because since last 3.5 years, we haven't increased any of the tuition fees. So this is the slight increase in the 2 years fee structure, that is 36,840 for 2 years, right? And in this MBA program, we are providing the electives, not a specialization, but there are electives wherein in the course section, second term onwards, student can choose any 2 electives out of these 8, like leadership, human resource, financial management, business analytics, entrepreneurship, marketing and digital marketing, consulting, and nonprofit. So out of these 8, student can learn more about these any 2 electives they can choose. So trending one is, of course, marketing and digital marketing, and business analytics. So it will be very handy for the students who are coming for the MBA program and learning more about it. And the best part about our 4th semester is, MBA usually have the project with the presentation. But apart from that, we are now providing the cohort programs. Internships are there. Like if a student wants to go for the internship or cohort programs, they definitely can go. They can skip the project. And even those who are starting a startup over there, startup business, we are putting that startup as a project in our MBA program. So that is very, you can say, actively important that students can learn this entrepreneurship qualities over here, and we are boosting the startups over here, which even Canadian government also gives us the benefits for the startup companies. And we are free of cost providing the Digital Marketing Institute certification as well. So this DMI Institute is actually train more than 1 lakh professionals with the very single education standard they have process, and which is validated by the IAC, that is Industry Advisory Council, which is very renowned and world's largest, most influential brands, right? And what our MBA students will learn will get benefited by doing this Digital Marketing Institute certification, because our aim is to give the digital marketing skills and knowledge set for which is very trending one in the market right now. And this is all about the MBA program. So if I talk about some eligibility criteria, so we are accepting the application, those who have completed their graduation with a 50% and above. In graduation, if they definitely from any stream, we are welcoming the students for the MBA programs. And but there are certain criteria to match for the direct MBA and with the foundation. Foundation is something which is a preparatory or a program for the MBA student, those who are not directly eligible. So for getting direct eligibility for the direct MBA program of UCW, student needs to have this below requirements. The one is 65% above in the graduation. That is actually it is 3.2 out of 4.33 GPA scale. If they are 65 and above, they have a chance to go for the direct MBA, but need to understand that we are accepting 50 plus percentage for the MBA, but with foundation. And along with that, there is a second condition wherein we have 4 options available. Out of 4, any one should be satisfied to go for the direct MBA. So either student should be from the management or accounting background, that is BBA, BMS, or BCom background, or else a student should have 3 years of post work experience, which is managerial experience or team handling or project handling experience, minimum 3 years or more. Or else student, if having a designation professional designation like Canadian designation like CA, CMA, CPA, then we have chartered human resource professional engineers, sort of certification, definitely they are also eligible for our MBA program, or else we need a GRE or GMAT, which is one of the option. That's why I said or. GRE 570 plus, 330 plus, and GMAT 570 plus score. And this is optional. Out of this four, any one, along with the 65%, the student will be eligible for the direct MBA. Otherwise, foundation will be added, which is 3 months additional 1 semester program. That is a preparatory program for the MBA. We are having, like, we are accepting the fresher student as well. So that's why the work experience is in the either or section. Even the backlogs are not an issue for us. Even the education gap is not an issue for us. I have a student personally, I can tell you that for the fall 2021, his age is 46 years old and got the visa for the MBA program. She's having 2 kids and she's now flying on in December. So age is not again a barrier for us for this MBA program. So 15-year education is accepted, backlog is accepted, education gap is accepted, but the requirements are 65 plus for the direct, and below that 50 plus also we are accepting. IELTS requirement, yes, we have IELTS requirement that is 6.5 overall and 6 in writing. We do accept TOEFL, PT, and Duolingo as well. So which is equivalent scores we need in. Undergrad program, we have 3 programs. I'll brush up you with these 3 programs. We have 2 full-time programs, that is Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication, which is a 4-year program. So those students who those who are looking for BBA or accounting or commerce related program, definitely Bachelor of Commerce is for them, which is costing around 72,960 Canadian dollar for 4 years. And this 4-year degree program can be completed in 2.5 years under faster completion track. So student can save on the 1.5 year over here as well. And this is ACBSP affiliated Bachelor of Commerce degree. Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication, which is again a 4-year program, same costing 72,960. But here is the students who are looking for a journalism or advertisement, public relation, communication, or professional writing, mass media communication. These students can definitely can go for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication, which is again a similar program, 4-year, can be completed in 2.5 years and cost around 72,960. And the last we have in undergrad, that is Associate of Arts, which is again one of the popular undergrad program of University Canada West. So this is Associate of Arts, looks like an arts degree, but yes, we do have a management subjects as well, which is a 2-year associate degree program costing around 36,540 Canadian dollar for 2 years. And plus 2 students definitely can go for, because we have added some 8 focuses or 8 new streams in universities Canada West Associate of Arts program, which is economics, marketing, accounting, psychology, media communication, management, hospitality, tourism, and social justice. So out of these 8, student will learn any 3 subjects second semester onwards, right? So apart from humanity and social science, mathematics, and business communication subjects, definitely student will be having these 8 focuses. Out of that, student can choose any 3. It is not a specialization, it is elective, or you can say it is a stream, when a student will learn more about it. So here in all these 3 categories, if you can see, +2 student with the gap of 5 years also we are accepting, +2 student from science background, that is medical, medical sometimes difficult, but we do have like medical students for the Associate of Arts and going for the psychology and social, or sometimes in the management and economics or something. But arts and commerce students are always welcome for all of these 3 programs, and they are definitely can apply for these 3 programs, +2 students with a 5 years gap. That's okay. And eligibility criteria in percentage is 50%. 50% in 12th, they are eligible for any undergrad program, right? And IELTS requirement for undergrad is again the same, 6.5 overall, 6 in writing. So this is all about the entry-level requirement of undergrad program. So preparatory, I was talking about foundation. So if foundation is added, then the additional cost of 3 months, this MBA foundation program cost tenure costing around 7,375 Canadian dollar extra to the MBA fees. And University Access Program, it is for those who are not directly eligible for the English proficiency test. That is, if a student is having less than 6.5 with 6 in writing, so let's suppose 6 overall, 5.5 in writing, or 6 overall, 6 in writing, still student has to go for the ESL program. We call it as a University Access Program, English Pathway Program, right? That is called, it is again a 3 months preparatory program for the English Pathway. $5,195 will have to give extra for that. To remove this, it's better to go for the Duolingo, PT, or TOEFL or IELTS score. Get this desired score, and definitely Duolingo, we are accepting 110 overall for direct entry. So, and if you have a student under SDS, 6 with 6 in each, because we want 6.5 overall. In this case, also student can definitely go for the Duolingo, which is again cost effective, and within a week they can submit the score and 110, and they can remove this UIP program. Last, we will talk about the scholarship and brief on the placements, and then I'll hand over to again Praveen. So we have scholarship, but to be honest, it will be updated this week. So need to maybe it will be changed, but right now we have scholarship for academic excellence. Those who are having 65% and above in their graduation, they are likely to get an MBA of $3,000 to $10,000 scholarship. In undergrad, if they have 65% and above, for Associate of Arts, we are giving up to $10,000. And for the Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication, which is 4-year program, we are giving $20,000 scholarship, which is the highest one we give, at least in very few institutions in Canada providing such a huge scholarship. And that's again one of the reasons why we are popular in the market. This will be continued for sure. Second language excellence, if student is having lesser score and not eligible for the academic excellence, definitely in Associate of Arts, if their IELTS score or equivalent, that is TOEFL, PT, Duolingo, if IELTS score is 7 overall or above, 6.5 in all bands or above, definitely Associate of Arts is $2,000, BCom and Bachelor of Arts $8,000, and $4,000 for the MBA program that we are having, right? So even MBA Foundation Study Grant is there. Those who got the foundation added to their MBA program in offer letter, they can offer the $5,000 scholarship if they haven't got any. Here we need to just understand only one scholarship, whichever is higher, will be provided to you. Accommodation, yes, we don't have in-campus accommodation, but nearby are both the campuses. In 2 to 3 miles, we have more than 2,000 options available through forstay.com. We are now associated with the forstay.com, and their official page is linked with our website. In student section, you definitely can check out the accommodation section. Here is the link also I have given. It is just like a Make My Trip app sort of thing. Student can check out the property, what are the facilities they want, what is the budget they're carrying, and they can easily can book an accommodation nearby both the campuses, right? And whatever shown in the picture will be same provided for the UCW students, that is guaranteed. And the best part is there is no deposit required. There is $1 lakh insurance is covered. Easy cancellation modes are available. So this is again a very handy and informative thing for the students. And of course, as far as you are the first phase while promoting the University Canada West, this you should know. Employment, yes, our employment team is very active, and which is very complimentary thing that we give to our undergrad and master's program. As I said at the start of my presentation, we have 100% placement record for MBA because of this career service team. Those who help students to discover their strength, develop their career goals, help with the CV cover letter workshops, networking opportunities is there, interview coachings are provided, job search techniques is provided, and we conduct the job fair, that is in campus recruitment, every year. Last year also in the pandemic, we conducted an online, and we got the very fruitful response from the organization and from student point of view as well. Work as a student, of course, student can work 20 hours per week as per the Canadian general norms as a student. And while having the full-time break, they can work 40 hours per week as well. That is full-time. And our students right now, working, you can say the alumni are working in the companies like Amazon, Royal Bank of Canada, TELUS, CIBC, Deloitte, Apple, PwC, SAP, Simons, Scotia Bank, Empower ID, Sigma Lux, Apple. Then we have British Columbia, local government also our students are working. IBM is there, Accenture is there. So a lot of industries are there. You can see there are a lot of companies wherein our students are working. These are again few more for your knowledge. And last but not least, of course, we have Seneca, then York University, Four Seasons Hotel, Sentinel College, Shaw, and BMO Financial Group, etc. So these are all about the University Canada West in short. So I know you'll be having few more questions. Definitely you can put it in Q&A so that we can discuss more about it. Over to you, Praveen.
Thank you very much, Pranav. Well, it was very informative. Okay, so we got complete clarity of the Canada UCW. So now let's see how our agents have any queries or something. We have, I think, already two queries. Like they're asking that Duolingo score requirement, please.
Yeah. So if I talk about the IELTS is 6.5 with 6 in writing. So similarly, we have Duolingo 110 overall. Individual we are not taking care of, but only 110 is needed for direct entry without ESL and not less than 95.
Okay. So it's clear. Like if they get 110, it will be clear, right?
Yes. Because many of the students I have found, like, those who are under the SDS category, 6 with 6 overall with 6 in each, right? Mm-hmm. They can apply for the SDS category of visa through IELTS, but they are not eligible for the UCW requirement as we need 6.5 overall, right? Yes. In that case, I have suggested them the Duolingo, which is again cost of 5,000 to 6,000 rupees only.
Yes.
Within a 1 week, they get the results as well. And it is very easy to score 110 as well. So those who are having 6 with 6 and or less in one or in writing, they have 5.5 or something. So it's very easy and handy for that because it's saving $5,000, 3,000 in 3 months as well. Like that ESL program that we are providing. Moreover, PT, it's like 61 overall, 16 writing we needed. TOEFL, we need 88 overall and 20 in each. So this is how it goes for the English proficiency tests.
Yes. So I prefer Duolingo is best, I think, right? When compared to these IELTS, PT or like that. But students who are not getting score, if they appear for Duolingo, chances are more to get them.
Yes, definitely. But only thing is, of course, for the visa purpose, we need TOEFL, PT or IELTS, right? So if they have with them, but with the low score, and to remove the ESL, definitely this scores are needed. And same question, eligibility for scholarship with the Duolingo PT. Yes, it is equivalent. That second language scholarship that I have talked about, 2,000 in Associate of Art, 8,000 in BCom Bachelor of Arts, and MBA 4,000. Duolingo, PT, TOEFL, or IELTS score equivalency should be there, which I have just told you.
So one more question is like deadlines for April intake, Pranav.
See, usually UCW application deadline is 2 months before the program start date. Okay. So if it is like first week of April, so March and Feb, first week will be the last date. But I always say be prior to that, because now visa is taking at least 2.5 to 3 months. Sometimes it's more than 3 months. So go for 3 months prior for the each intake of UCW would be a better chance, because there is no blended option now available for the like online plus on campus. So I must say it should be 3 months prior. Although deadline is just 2 months before.
Okay. So right now we can start, right?
Yes, definitely. Even right now you can start for the July, and October will soon start from the 1st of November. So even for the October 2022, you can take the applications forward.
Sure, then it's in April or next October, June. You can start taking from now. Okay, you can start issuing them offer letters also.
Yes, definitely.
And Pranav, what will be the tag for offer letters?
Right now we are taking at least 2 weeks because of you won't believe the last 2 months we got very huge response from all our partners and students. Even I was just imagining in just 1 month I got more than 1,000 applications through my agencies. So just look at we are like 65 plus BDs all across the world, and it was smashing applications, and we are struggling with the offer letters right now. But yes, soon it will be again. We'll come back to the 1 week offer letter thing. But right now it is going on 2 weeks as of now. But by the mid of November, we will be sort out all this and we'll speed up the offer process. So
Definitely, Pranav. Pranav, we got another question like readmission fee.
readmissions, you mean deferral? So
Yes.
if there is a deferral, so for example, as application fees is waived off for 2022 intakes, right? Be
Okay.
Jan, April, July, and October. So for example, the student is having July or October offer letter and wants to apply for Jan 2023. Still, there is will not be an application fee because it is
Okay.
deferred. Initially, it
yes.
is submitted for the 2022 intake. So there is no reapplication fees.
Yes, yes. And any more questions, guys? I think Pranav, you gave a lot of information in your presentation.
Right.
See, mainly people ask for like the scholarships, fee, eligibility criteria.
Right.
Okay. And how's the visa success rate, Pranav?
Right now it is 72%, which is very good. I'm saying because the the number of applications that we receive and the students who paid the fees overall, I'm telling about the world's overall scenario. When it comes to India, it is again nearby 68 to 70%. And that too, I told one of the examples I have put it in that
Yes.
I have a student. I have 10 students, those who are age is more than 38. Got the
Okay.
visas for the MBA. So even I'm very surprised by that IRCC is giving visas on for such cases as well. Those who have a lot of experience for 13, 14 years experience, having kids and all, still they got the chance for the MBA with University Cannabis. Only thing I just wanted to tell you here that if that profile justifies the program and if the SOP is finished with crisp thing and financials, that is actually one of the key webinar was there with the IRCC team recently for the DLI institutions. So we got to know that in pandemic what happened, the student paid the 1 year fees, which is the Indian mindset that usually go that they pays the 1 year fees, 1 year GIC they show, and they thought of like I'll learn and I'll earn as well, and I'll submit the next semester fees from our pocket while studying.
Yes.
But due to COVID and pandemic situation, they haven't got a chance to work part time, and hence they were unable to pay the fees. And in that case, and that was the you can say a black month, that is July month was the 2 black days were there, wherein more than 18,000 visas got rejected by Canadian High Commission in Asia Pacific. So because of the reason that they need financial statements, at least what are the arrangements that student and parents are having for the next year as well, fees payment. So that is taken into consideration, and this practice I have given it to all our partners, and result in we are getting very good response from the High Commission right now, and we are now popular. So we are slowly but steadily we increasing our visa success here.
That's great to hear, Pranav. May I know like how much funds they have to show their account?
See, usually it depends on like the for example next year fees.
Living expenses.
If you talk about the 2 years MBA fees, let's suppose student have paid 18,000 for 1 year, 10,000 GIC. Next year is left with the 18,000, right? If they got the scholarship, let's suppose $10,000. So just $8,000 they can show up like, okay, scholarship. Anyways, we will be submitting while submitting applying for the visa submission. So $8,000. The fund for the next year, if you can, the statements are there. Definitely that will add an advantage to getting the high visa success.
Yes. Thank you, Pranav, for that. And one more question, Pranav. Any engineering programs available or only MBA?
We just have an MBA program in masters, and that's what I said. Like we have just 4 programs. In undergrad, we have 3, Associate of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Commerce. And in masters, we have just MBA. We will be coming with the masters in specialization, MBA, a specialization in finance and IT soon, but fingers crossed right now, waiting for the final approval from BC, because BC government's education, regulations are very strict.
Yeah.
They are not giving us very easily the specialization, at least in our MBA program. So it's very tough to get, and we are trying. And recently, last month only, we got the 5-star QS rating So that's an
great.
amazing milestone. We have been like we are in top 5 in Canada right now. So that is what something we excel in our teaching platforms, so the facilities to the students and the environment that we are giving to the students of UCW.
That's nice, Pranav. And one more question, Pranav, like full transfer credit policy is available. Is full transfer credit policy available?
Yes, for MBA we don't have, only for MBA student if it is like a ACCA student. Those we have a credit transfer for the MBA. Rest we don't have. In undergrad, like let's suppose like associate of arts student have done, so they can go for the graduation completion with Arts Institute within Canada or outside the Canada also. So under the BCCAT, that is British Columbia Council on Admissions and Transfer, we have more than 2,000 options available for this credit transfer, academic credit transfer for the associate of arts student. Even I'll tell you, Praveen, like students are completing 2 years associate degree with us. Then they'll be getting 3 years of post-study work, right? Then they're applying for the PR, and after the PR, they are residents of Canada, right?
Yes.
So now the domestic fees will be applicable for them. So after that also they can complete their graduation, right? Because it's 4-year graduation is mandatory. So wherein 1 year tuition fees is 20,000, but for domestic student it's just 5,000 to 6,000. So they are saving on their pocket as well.
So Pranav, like once they apply for PR, okay, they will be considered as domestic students then, or till they get PR, like
after getting PR, of course.
After getting PR.
Yeah.
How many years it's taking to get PR?
It depends. Not the right person. You must be knowing better than me.
Yeah, actually, by hearing all these things, I also want to apply and come to Canada. You said mentioned, right? Age is not a factor. Age is not a factor. Background, backlogs is not a factor. Percentage is not a factor. Gap is not a factor. So many people, like, they can think like they got like a 10 years gap. Okay, they are working in any company. Yes. So it's that right time, I think. Right?
Yes.
They want to study in Canada, come to Canada and study. I think this is the best time. The visas are also coming good now. Success rate is high.
Yeah. At least like since when I joined 2017, I remember 2018 I have started. So it's been like 3 years, and it's drastic change in visa success rate of to 55 to now 70, 72. So I must say the good percentage.
Yeah, very good percentage now. And one more question, Pranav, like if the student is having 6.5 band and only reading she has a 5.5 band, she can apply into MBA program or not?
See, for applying any program of UCW, 6 overall, 5.5 in any of the module, we are okay.
Okay.
With ESL, okay. That is, but below 6 overall, not accepted. Below 5.5 in individual module, not accepted. 6.5 overall, 5.5 in reading. But if writing student is having 6, definitely he is directly eligible. Like no ESL will be added. I'm not saying directly for foundation, because foundation and proficiency of English are 2 different things. So for English proficiency, if they are eligible, then no ESL, that is UAP, will be added. But foundation, there is academic requirement. That there is a difference. So along with the IELTS, we need to check what other, like 50% and above in graduation must be there. Then again, the foundation with foundation or without foundation student will get the chance.
So Pranav, like this requirement is also for visa also, right? There is no change to, like, see, if student got 6.5 any band, he got 5.5 in reading, like that. Okay.
Right.
So you can go for
yes, for visa non-SDS. Because for SDS we need 6 with 6, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Think we have covered all the questions, Pranav. So guys, any more questions from your side?
So I'll just, in the meanwhile, I'll just give you a brief on the process. So once you submit the documentation, so basically for undergrad we need just 10th and 12th mark sheet, passport. We don't need passport front and back page, and we don't need CV for undergrad student. No SOP is required for any of our program. Just need 10th and 12th mark sheet. If they have done diploma, so then they can provide the diploma, undergrad diploma transcripts and certificates, and passport copy. And if there is a name change, so name change affidavit or proof of name change they can submit. And they can and of course, if it is IELTS or English proficiency test is missing or pending, still for the conditional offer letter they can apply for it, right? And for MBA, we don't need 10th and 12th mark sheet. We'll start with the diploma. So if a student has done diploma, so undergrad diploma, so they can give details like mark sheets and certificate. Degree program, mark sheets and certificates. And masters, if they have done mark sheets and certificate, they can submit. CV well detailed we needed, and passport copy, that's it. And English proficiency test is missing, we can provide you the conditional offer letter on that basis. So we don't want SOP over here, we don't want 10th and 12th mark sheets also over here. And once you submit all these documents, definitely within 24 to 48 hours, you'll get the COA, that is confirmation of application, which is the acknowledgement letter from university that we have received the student's application with the pending documents. If there is any, it will be mentioned on the letter as well. And once the pending documents submitted, within like 2 weeks, as I said, turnaround time is there. So we'll get the offer letter, and along with the offer letter, scholarship letter will be there. So on the basis of IELTS, second language will be there, academic excellence on the basis of graduation and master's percentage, scholarship letter will be there along with. Once student then can make the payment. So minimum payment, Praveen, student can make 7,900 Canadian dollar, which is one semester fees to get the letter of acceptance for the visa, or else under SDS they can pay the year one fees. So estimated year one fees is always mentioned on the offer letter. So student can, everyone can check out on the estimated year one fees. That is the only thing that will be put it on the LOA as well. So once the fees is paid, and TT can be shared with us, and we allocate the payment. Once it is allocated, within 2 to 4 days, LOA will be released for the student, right? And then student can apply for the visa. So this is how it goes. Just to make sure, if you find anything like if a student is having very good percentage but haven't got any scholarship, we have an appeal. If a student is having a criteria of eligibility for MBA direct, but still foundation is added, we have an appeal for that. So appeal form is with Upcodo team. So they can submit the appeal. And for the admission decision also, if it is declined from university, but you think it should be re-evaluated with some additional documents or any other aspects that should be mentioned on the cover letter, or you can say the SOP, you can put it in. So we can appeal for that. So these are the appeals are there, but it takes around 2 weeks time for these type of appeals from UCW. And once they have visa, they can submit the visa copy and PPR letters, and we will enroll you. So the best part is we have four intakes round a year. So every 3 months we have students, going abroad and having the programs like MBA and undergrad. So that's it from my end. I guess there are questions.
So one more question, they're asking about minimum grade levels.
Minimum grade levels for undergrad and masters is 50%. So please be thoughtful that 50 to 55 in MBA will be the gray area, wherein maybe the offer letter will come or may not be. It may be rejected. Okay, but not less than 50% in graduation. We are not taking in undergrad programs. If I talk about 12th grades, should be 50% and more. We are not taking care of individual grades like mathematics is needed or something. It's not like that. So with maths, without maths, commerce, science, and medical, non-medical, art student can apply for undergrad. And masters only need to understand those who already done MBA, those who already done MCOM or PG diploma in management, which is having a similar programs which UCW MBA is having courses. The UCW MBA is having. These 3 types of students are not eligible for the MBA with UCW. So they will definitely not get any offer letter. So those who are already done MCOM, MBA or 2 years PG diploma, wherein the courses are similar to the MBA program of UCW. So please make sure these type of application we can avoid. Yes, and rest definitely.
See, like doing double masters are same subjects what you are having and what you study, you are not accepting. Yeah. If it is different, like it will be okay, right? Different subjects.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like a student with MA or MSc, computer science or BSc, B Pharm student, law student also. Even I have 2 CA student who got the visa.
Okay.
So these students are eligible. Even masters like MTech student after going for the technical masters, they can definitely go for the master in management, and chances of visas will be also high.
Yeah.
right? And that's why we have took a decision on this part that we will not be accepting double MBA sort of thing, because again,
If you studied masters or MS computers or anything, if you want to do MBA, you can go, right?
Yes.
And also
Only
no
this-
work experience required. See, if student completed now in this year, okay, if you want to apply, you can apply, right? Without asking any work experience.
Right. So the best part about our MBA program is, as I said, no 15-year education is accepted first. Fresher student can apply, right? With foundation, without foundation is again a different issue because of the requirement thing. Next is backlog is not a problem. Age is not a problem, right? So all these aspects we are taken into consideration. That's why the rest of the things will be again. जो कहीं नहीं जाता वो UCW MBA तो जा ही सकता है.
Yes, obviously. Definitely, if any student, like if he is struck back because of his backlogs or percentage or age factor, he can definitely choose UCW.
Right.
So they are now agents and everyone can promote also. See, if students, because of, some universities are asking about work experience. Otherwise, without work experience, for MBA programs, they are not accepting.
Not
and backlogs.
Even the GRE GMAT is compulsory in many of the institutions. Backlogs they are not accepting more than like 10 or sometimes 50. Or then again, the education gap is not more than 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
We are welcoming students.
Definitely.
We have oldest student, 59 years old.
Yeah, that's great.
Not from India. I'm not sure. He's passed out, I guess, because when I started, I got to know. I was surprised. But as per my knowledge, it's 46 years old, the highest age I have seen from India. She's from Delhi. That for just 2021 fall intake.
See, actually, it's great also. Like, we are having these kind of age people. Like, we'll get a lot of experience of fact. Like, these are all inclusive, right? It will be a good experience for every student to learn or anything. Yeah. So I think we covered all our queries, Pranav. And also, please can you share admissions email ID for further queries. Hi team, like we shared the email ID and registration link also. So for our next upcoming webinars, if you click this link and if you enroll, you will be able to visit all our webinars. And also you have the email ID mentioned here, info@epcodo.com. If you have any doubts or inquiries, please share it with us. So we'll be happy to assist you on that. So Pranav, I think may today's learning be something that inspires your desire to navigate the recruiting of foreign students. So thank you everyone for your invaluable time for our webinar. Hopefully this webinar has given us better understanding of the UCW as an institution of choice. We will catch up with you at another interesting institutional webinar very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So Pranav, I think it's very informative your webinar. So all students I think everyone got a huge understanding about it.
Right.
So if we have any queries or anything, they will be reaching out to us. Okay. Once we got anything, we will be in touch with you. Okay.
Definitely,
we will try to give some good applications for the coming intake. Okay. We'll be bothering you. For offers, we're getting offers, everything.
Yes, definitely. Happy to help. And thank you so much for this opportunity to represent UCW and to give the details about the programs and procedures. And happy to help. And I all welcome and welcoming the applications to Upcodo, definitely.
Definitely. Sure, Pranav. We'll be sending you straight away some applications. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It's very great to have you all. Okay, we'll meet you in next webinar. So, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.